Welcome to Fortitude and Flow, the podcast. Today we will talk about sound healing, meditation, mantras, and yoga, ancient tools that can transform our inner world and help us live better lives. Today we have Laila Amrouche here today. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm very glad that you are
Lovely
here.
to
It's
be
going to be
here.
very interesting. Yes, I think that maybe you can just introduce yourself and share how you first discovered sound in yoga as a healing method.
So I was walking the streets of Kathmandu, Nepal, and I heard this sound, just like every hair on my body just like went up. And I was like, okay, where is this sound coming from? I had no idea what a mantra was. And I did practice yoga and meditation, like two separate things with no idea with their intersection. So I just heard the sound and I was like, okay, I really like the feeling in my body when hearing the sound. So just walking the streets and finally finding where the sound came from. So a small music shop on a busy street in Kathmandu, I went in like ding, ding, and there was this record playing. Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum.
It's beautiful.
And I was hooked. I was like, okay, get me that CD now. So I still didn't know what a mantra was, but I just like, okay, get that. I need to bring that CD
When was
back
this?
to Sweden. So this was in 2014.
Yeah, it's a while ago then.
No, it was before New Year, so maybe 13. Yeah,
a long while
2013.
Ago. Awesome. You are a good singer.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
I would.
you.
Yeah, what made you realize that sound has a real effect on the body and mind? When did you starting to study and discover all of this?
So as I said, I was already doing meditation and yoga as two separate practices, like the asanas, the postures with the body in yoga, and just sitting, doing one-pointed meditation as taught by the Buddhist style of Dalai Lama. And then I came to India. So I was in Madurai in a ashram, a Shivananda ashram. And there I was going to take the teacher training to learn more about yoga. I wasn't sure I was going to teach yoga, but I just wanted to learn more about yoga. Had a really strong pull to want to that. And then I was a bit surprised when I came there because I have my expectations, right? We don't live from reality. We live from how we perceive things based on the past and our expectations. So my expectations when I came there was like, oh, they're singing a lot. Like, why are they singing? We're supposed to like headstand and meditate. Why are they singing? What is this? So like before the food, before the food every day, we had to sit in silence until the food came. And when the food came, you start to sing. And you start to sing this Hare Krishna mantra. I was like, whoa, what is this some kind of sect or where am I? And then I got really like negative in my mind. I was like, what is this? Like, okay, I'm fine with being silent before food, but chanting this sect mantras, like, or the sect sounds, what is this? And this was like day 2 we're on now in India or in Madurai. And then I found out that, okay, you have, in order to pass the test to become a teacher within this Shivananda yoga, you have to lead a kirtan, which is like you sing a mantra with all the other people, like maybe 40, 50 people in the microphone. I was like, oh my God. I really don't. So each day it was one new volunteer. And in the beginning, everyone volunteered freely, like, I'm going to do it. And I just kept silent. But around day 3, I started to really love mantras. like the feeling that rose in my body and like the happiness that poured out, and it was just amazing sensation in the body and in the mind. I became so positive, and I really started to enjoy and love to sing these mantras, even the one before food. So, and then when people started to not volunteer anymore, they had to point out whose turn is it to lead the kirtan. I was like, oh no, they're going to point at me.
Yeah, they see everyone.
And one day I had to do it. Yeah. So I put the microphone like here, so I wouldn't be so loud. And so I sang my kirtan, and after that I was called, oh, there's the girl with the beautiful
You
voice.
do
And I
have a
was like,
beautiful voice.
oh, really? Thank you. But before that, I used to sing in the shower, on my way to the bus, and I could like sing really loudly to the trees and to the waters. But
Not so
people
much.
around, no. But that was kind of like the turning point where I realized, okay, I actually have a gift, and I have a responsibility to share it with the world. So then when I came back to Sweden as a yoga teacher,
Very good.
I did pass, I started a mantra circle. So we would meet once a week in the local yoga shala and sing together. So it was me with the djembe drum, and there was two people on guitar, one on the cello and one on the flute. And then people would come and just sing along and use some maracas. So practicing the mantras even weekly then in Sweden. And then I met Adam, who you
I
already
know
had
Adam,
on your
yeah.
podcast.
Awesome.
So he was coming to
Good
my
story, this.
so he was coming to my city in Sweden, Östersund, where I was studying at the time. And he had this course about healing. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I want to learn that too. And yeah, I was okay. If I finish this essay in time,
Yes.
I will give myself the the reward of going to that healing workshop. And then I was just laughing around and singing with my friend in the hall, and then he heard the singing, and then on the break he was like, "Yeah, do you want to sing on my upcoming CD?" And I was like,
Awesome.
"Yeah, sure." So that was kind of, we recorded that first. I recorded the CD with him, and that was kind of the first real music. How it started. Before I had sing on the like student club only, and then when we started creating music together, I did my first like little concert in like a cafe in Östersund. And then from there we released a lot of music, and it's on Spotify and all the platforms. So really loving.
Yeah, I mean, I listened
sound.
to it. It's very nice. It's really cool. So I think
Thank you.
a very good match. You have seemed like you have really teamed up in your life. It's really nice to see. Awesome.
Yeah.
I think that with can you explain how does sound actually heal us physically, mentally, or emotionally? I mean, with the frequencies, and what's the science behind it?
So I was studying eco engineering, but I'm not a scientist. I actually dropped out because I wanted to create music instead.
Yeah. It's more fun.
So I don't have any science. Yeah, I don't have any science degree, but I do know the power of the sound and the body. So each of your organs in the body carries a certain frequency. And for those of you who are new to frequency, don't know what it is, it's like if you have a diagram like this, then you have time here. You will see like the energy waves is how many times does it vibrate per unit of time. So it can look like this or like that, right? So basically it's just vibrations and you measure them in terahertz. So each organ has its own certain frequency. And when you tune into that frequency, you create a balance. So you have dissonance and you have resonance. So, when you meet somebody, you don't feel aligned with them, you feel irritated, and you just feel off. You're creating a dissonance in your frequencies, and that is actually measurable by science, this kind of frequencies. And when you have two singers, they sing the same tone and facing each other, singing the same tone. You can try this at home, just with someone, the same not like both of you. And you will notice that a third tone awakens out of your two tones. So that is the resonance. Something new has awakened from just 2 points. And now suddenly you have 3 points, but you're still making just 2 sounds. So this resonance, when that happens inside of the body, so if you make the tone of your heart will start to vibrate in resonance with that tone. So when you go into any organ, you want to go and tune into that organ, and you will create balance just by applying the same frequencies, the same vibrations that is emanating from there. So you have a healthy vibration of a body, and you have an unhealthy vibration of a body. So you want to, most of the time you want to raise the vibration, not all, but most of the time you want to raise the vibration. And so if you, for example, take food, what you put in the body will reflect out. And also the food has different vibrations. So if you go to a can of beans, they've been cooked for a long time. They've been sitting in the store. They could sit there for years. Like, they will not go bad in taste. They will not go bad in nutrition, but they have already gone bad in vibration. So you want to put things in that are alive, that vibrate a lot, not dead things, just like zzz, the straight line in the hospital. You don't want that.
The green flat line.
Not
No,
in
you
your
don't
food.
want to have that.
No flat lines, and not in the food also. So for example, if you go to nature and you measure certain frequencies in rose, and you measure in Idaho blue spruce, like Idaho blue spruce has over 500 megahertz, and rose has like around 300. So some things in nature carry higher frequencies. And just like you can tap into that tree or that flower to raise your vibration, you can tap into the same way just with your voice.
Wow. Yeah.
So, and it goes a little bit deeper, because inside of your body, you have all these energy channels. So even though the canned beans, they have a straight line, energetic wise, they don't have a straight line in nutrition. And in your body, you don't have that straight line in neither of those, but it can become dull, it can become slow due to certain blocks, because of things you have been repetitively thinking, or you have been repeatedly doing, or repeatedly feeling or not feeling. So energy goes in different like highways or paths in your body, around and around. And a normal person has like 72,000. And like, if you start to develop energetically, you can get hundreds of thousands of active channels with flowing energy in your body. And where these energy channels meet in your body, inside of your spine, it creates like a roundabout of many different energy lines meeting. So it creates this chakra, this circle of moving energy. And that creates a sound. So these vibration, all these energy channels, they vibrate on a certain frequency, and depending on how many channels that meet in a certain point, it will create a sound. So in the Sanskrit alphabet, you have lots of different sounds, and one sound is each of these energy channels meeting, creating a new sound. So inside your spine, you have these 6 or 7, how you want to see it, sounds. And just by tapping into those 6 sounds that are physical, you can heal the rest of the body. If we take, for example, the shoulder stand within yoga. So physically, the shoulder stand will press on your thyroid and parathyroid. And this hormone producing gland is like the manager of the other hormone producing glands in your body. So affecting everything from blood sugar levels to mood and so on. So when you press on this chakra or this energy point in the shoulder stand in physical yoga postures, asanas, then that balance will be balanced to all the other chakras as well. And this is the same that we do with the sound. So if we make the sound for this area, it becomes balanced, and then it will automatically balance all the other. And that will reflect out to all these places in the body that needs energy flowing from the energy centers
Wow,
or
that's
chakras.
extremely interesting. I'm learning so much. So, but this is what you learned all this when you were in India studying this, and over here.
No, so it's an ongoing process. So when you go to a teacher training in India, you get the foundations, and with a lifelong promise to keep on learning all the time. So yoga is nothing stagnant. You do it once and then you just leave it. So yoga is constantly going deeper, learning more. And the more obviously you learn, you realize there's a vast amount of knowledge that you haven't yet even tapped into at all.
I understand. It's
So,
always evolving.
Yeah.
These type of methods. Can you?
So it started
yes,
in.
I was just thinking. Can you describe a personal experience where sound created a noticeable shift in you?
Yeah, so like on a daily basis, if I feel not so energized or not so positive, I just start to sing mantras to myself. And for those of you who don't know yet what a mantra is, it's like a sound technology. So you make this sound and you have a certain effect. And there are different mantras for all things you can imagine. So there's thousands and thousands of mantras specific to different things. But some mantras are like universal. You have the mantra Om, and it is said that within this sound you have all other sounds. So just doing Om chanting will raise my mood extremely. So once a week we have a special technique where we do Om chanting in a certain positions with other people. It's for 45 minutes, and you just do the Om again and again and again. You take some breaths in between, but then you just go on Om.
That was
for
the
45
first one
minutes.
I learned, actually. Yes.
And off.
But isn't
nice?
It's I don't know if it's correct really or not, but is it the sound of the earth or something like that? I think I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah, it's like it's the background noise. They call it the background noise of Mother Earth. Cool. Yeah, definitely. So every week when I do this practice, like after I've done it, it feels like I've had like a 2-hour massage or 2-hour yoga, like restorative yoga class. So I just I want to stretch my body. It feels like I have so much more space in my body just by making the sound. I'm sitting completely still. I'm not receiving any massage. No one is touching me. I'm just sitting in my own space. And the effect, I can feel it really like physically in my body, like more space and more like more calm. So actually what it does, it's vibrating on your vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve will just like tell the whole body to relax. And that
Because
creates
there's
this
a lot of
space
stress
feeling
and
in me.
emotions that are in the vagus nerve. If you, it can be, I know that. I've been having a lot of pain in my vagus nerve and headache
Mm.
and stuff. So I was,
Oh.
yeah. Somebody told
Mm.
me if you start doing more sound healing and yeah, working with that, because
Yeah.
I could not understand where the tension was. It was only just hurting here and from behind and behind my eyes and stuff. So
Mm.
um,
Yeah, they're even creating these small devices I've seen on the commercials on Facebook, like to create this kind of same effect as you get from chanting Om. But it's like you just clip it on your ear or something, like sending out these micro pulses of uh, of vibration. But like the cool thing is we can just do it on ourselves with no knowledge, nothing,
that's
just
actually
our
really
own
cool because,
voices.
like you said, everything has a frequency. And it's, I mean, I did
Mm.
study sound engineering, so that's why I know about frequencies. But
Mm.
you don't really think about it. But it's sometimes when you're listening to music, is you feel more calm. It really reduces the stress you have, and you can,
Mm.
yeah, you are like more in the present, in the moment as well. I think that's the good thing about sound and music. With the sound bowls you have, can you talk about that? The
I don't have many sound bowls, actually. I have one that
yeah,
I bought in Nepal when I had that experience with sound the first time. It was also like we came to like a square. I don't remember the name of the square, but it's like a really famous square in Kathmandu. And there was this guy sitting and playing that, and it was the first time I saw it. I haven't seen it online or anything,
I think
but I
it's
was
so
like,
cool.
"Whoa!" And yeah, I just felt like it was before yoga teacher training, before everything, and I just felt so drawn to it. I just stood there and just I could feel the vibrations inside of my body, and it was also before I went into healing and everything like that. So for like a normal person just doing some yoga and meditation, it was really, I could really
Yeah,
feel
same
it
with me.
easily.
Those vibrations are so strong and thick in a way. They are very,
Mm,
they are heavy. You can really feel it. It's
yeah,
nice. I was thinking, huh?
yeah. Yeah, so after the sound bowl, my next instrument, I was at in the north of Sweden on a festival, Urkult, for those of you listening from the north. There was this guy. He made a really cool instrument from a reused gasoline tube. So he kind of like cut the top off and put two together and like zzz, make tones. So you know the popular hang drum. It was kind of like a
Yeah,
small and fat hang drum. He calls them Henk drum. So I bought one of him and I started to. It also has this overtones, just like the singing bowl and the hang drum. It has this amazing, like magical overtones that just instantly takes you to a calmer. Like your brain waves just like woo, going down, beta coming in. So just like it's super super, it puts your mind, it lowers your brain waves instantly when hearing the singing bowl or the rav drum. And after the rav drum, when we lived in Oslo, actually, we bought from Russia these big, looking like hang drums, steel drums, but also with cut, not with hammered, with cut,
grav
called
drum.
rav drum, which which we still use, and they are extremely amazing, extremely amazing. It's like you just become calm because this overtones, like this, what I said in the beginning, the third tone, you create two tones and you have this third tone just instantly, and all of them, like 12 in each tongue, super super
Awesome.
magical. So for anyone going from loving the the What is
The
the name?
healing bowls.
Healing bowls, singing bowls. Yeah, you're gonna love the hang
There
bone as well.
there's so many types of yogas. It's a lot of different types. I know. We're not going to talk about all of them, but what is the easiest to start with for beginners, and how do you actually advance in this?
It depends on, like, you mean easiest for the mind
For the
or
body,
easiest
because
for the body? Like,
I've yeah,
for,
I
yeah,
think I went to one class once, and come on, it was not for beginners, and I'm lifting weights, so I'm not so stretchy and bendy. So yeah,
yeah. So some yoga postures do require that you can do a pistol squat with the leg outside of the other leg.
exactly.
Oh, sorry. Which means you have to be able to be very, very strong. So I think it was broken when you asked, like, what kind of, like, yoga to start with.
Yes.
And sometimes many people come, either they're very flexible or they're very strong. So you come from the gym, or you come from something where you just stretch. But yoga is the balance. You need to be strong and flexible in order to do the advanced posture. But yoga is not doing the advanced postures. Yoga is actually being aware of your breath, even if you're just standing. That could be a yoga posture if you're aware of your breath. So the thing with yoga is you want to deepen the breath and move it down from the stress and angry mode down to the belly for the calm mode. And that makes any posture to a yoga posture. So you want to observe your breath, observe the mind, and be aware of the body.
All right.
So that means that any posture done with awareness and breath is turned into yoga. So if you want to start some really easy yoga for the body, I would go to yin yoga, because it's only stretching and breathing and observing the mind. But if your issue is the mind, yin yoga is going to be really difficult for you because you're going to be in the same posture for 5 minutes. Most minds go crazy after under even 1 minute. They're like, okay, I need to get out of this posture now.
Yeah,
I need some
it was
change
very hard.
to happen.
That one is hard.
Yeah. But, like, it's easy if you don't have strength in the muscles. If you do have strength, if you come from the gym world, I would go to hatha yoga, like the yoga that I teach. So hatha yoga in the Shivananda style, it has this perfect balance of strength and flexibility. So you don't need to be flexible from the beginning. That is something that you establish over time. I could not touch my feet when I started to do yoga. And now I can definitely touch my feet. So I would go to a hatha yoga with a good teacher that knows how to see the student's level. So she or he creates it a good challenge so that it's hard for you, but not too hard so you don't return.
Yeah, exactly. But is that hatha yoga? Is that more for? Is a balance from the body and the mind, and it's not like you have to stand for 5
Yeah,
minutes in one posture.
no,
No.
no. The one posture, like when you get advanced, you stand for longer times of periods. Like for the headstand in the beginning, you do just a preparatory exercise. You don't stand on your head. Those that can stand, they will go into headstand, while the teacher will learn the preparatory exercise, like the dolphin. And then after some time, okay, you might be able to take the headstand for 2 breaths, then for 5 breaths, then for 10 breaths. And then after some time, you can actually stand there for 15 minutes.
Wow.
But then you have the strength and you have the the mental preparation of doing other postures to really observe the sensations in the body.
I think that it was Bessel van der Kolk, he's a trauma expert. He said that yoga is very good when it comes to traumas because people who are have traumas, they are very dissociated from their body. So yoga basically helps them, like you said, with the breathing, but also being inside your body more and be more comfortable there. Do you have anything to add to
And
that?
also be in yeah, sure, and also be in acceptance, because yoga is not always super comfy. It's not like people see yoga. I was talking to a boxer the other day, and he was like, yoga is like you have incense and you listen to calm music and you just lay and stretch. And I was like, yeah, sure, try the pistol squat, let me know how you feel.
Oh, it's not that comfortable, actually.
No, so the thing is, asana or yoga posture actually means steady, comfortable posture. But what is considered comfortable, that is can vary a lot. So you don't want it to be painful, but you still want to challenge yourself. You want to challenge yourself all the way beyond your edge, and then you want to go back a little bit, so you're staying within your edges, and you stay there and breathe with the intensity. So it's very different from the gym, because on the gym you're pushing your weights, and then when you're totally exhausted, your gym buddy will tell you 3 more, and you're like, you're on the 2 and one last, and like, so you push 3 more beyond your limit just to have the growth. But in yoga it's the opposite. So you push so you can feel your limit, and then you go back a little bit, and then you stay there, and then you're working on your acceptance with the situation. You're totally accepting how it feels in your body. You're accepting what feelings arise. You're accepting the thoughts that pass, and you observe those without any attachments. So usually when we feel discomfort, we want to run away from it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's easier.
This is not comfortable. I'm afraid of it. I'm out. Next posture. But so the teacher will invite you to stay in the posture a little bit longer than is comfortable, so that you can relax into the uncomfortable and observe your mind and observe the feelings and really feel the feelings that come up. Because in some yoga postures, especially like the seated twist, you sit there and anger and sadness can come up, because the energy center below your navel is like squeezed, and there many times trauma or different kinds of experience are restored there. So it's like a mechanical way kind of releasing things from that is stuck in your body. So many times you don't even remember what instance made you become afraid of a certain situation. You just happen to be in a situation and you feel like boxed in or out of place. So yoga is like, you can go to therapy for years, or you can just start with yoga for a couple of weeks, and you will have a release from your system. If you go the mind way, you have to filter down and down and down, and then your unconscious mind will try to save you and not open you up. But yoga forces you to open up and stay in the body and release that old stuff from the body.
Okay, so I've learned a lot there, actually, because like you said, it's a lot of places you have tension in your body, and sometimes why does this hurt so much? So that is why, basically, so that it's stored. I know with traumas that they're stored in the body, but so basically for when you do yoga postures then stretching, like you said, it's some kind of like mindfulness, standing in something that is very uncomfortable, and you're just analyzing what's this basically happening here. But also when you do this enough,
no, you don't analyze
okay,
it.
you just,
No, it's the opposite
so
from
the
analyzing.
thoughts just
So
comes.
analyzing, so you have observation and you have
All right,
analyzation.
yeah.
And they're kind of almost the opposite. Not really, but very not similar. So we're taught to always analyze. Like in the school, we analyze. And the thing is, from analyzation, you always take things from the past or things that already exist. You look on them and then you draw your conclusions based on what was already known.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And nothing new can come really from analyzing. You can draw new conclusions and yada yada, but really nothing new. The new things will come from your intuition. And what stands behind or in front of your intuition is the mind, your past experience. So observation, you are just looking, observing with no attachment and with no motive of drawing conclusions. So analyzing, we're drawing conclusions, and then many times we're drawing conclusions based on our conclusions, and then conclusions on conclusion on conclusions, and we're building this whole light castles in our mind, which is very ungrounded.
Yeah.
But observation is not analyzation. So observation, you're looking, observing with detachment. So you're stepping a step back, like you're watching a stranger's thought. Like you're watching someone say something on the bus, but it's your thought saying it. So you're not identifying with the thoughts. You're just watching the thoughts from like a viewer
From
point.
distance, in a way.
Yeah, from a distance, right? So it's like a cloud is passing on the sky. You see it come in. You don't hold on to it. No, cloud, don't go away. You just allow the cloud to come in and you allow the cloud to go out. So that's the detachment. You're not involving your own energy in the cloud. You're not involving your energy in the outcome of, oh, where is the cloud coming? Where did it come from? Where would it do next? No, you're just seeing it come, seeing it go. So you're not birthing any new thoughts. You're not engaging your energy in it at all. You're drawing your energy back into yourself. You're withdrawing the senses back into the body. And you're just staying grounded in the body. Okay, some new thoughts come up, observe them, let them go. They're not mine. That's not mine. That's not mine. It's not yours. It's a stranger's. You're just observing it. So analyzing, you would grab, hold on to the thoughts. You would engage in them and see, okay, I have this and I have that. What is the reason why? And you draw conclusions, right? So you're analyzing, but observation, looking.
Wow.
No attachment.
It's very interesting to. I'm gonna start practicing all this again. I really need it.
Yeah, and that's the yoga that we do constantly, not on just a plastic mat in a fancy studio. So that's the yoga that we do no matter where we are. We observe the mind. And we really realize, okay, I'm not the mind. I'm not even the doer of these actions now. Who's doing it? I'm not thinking it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not doing it.
Who is doing it then?
Who's there?
I probably have 7 persons in there. We don't have to go into that though. but but probably, yeah. But that's the thing, with the thoughts. They come so fast. You get so distracted. It's so much background noise there, and sometimes you can overthink, and you can get so tired mentally yourself of all of this.
Yeah.
So that's basically what the yoga
like
does help with as well.
Yeah, and I got a perfect example of this when I had been practicing yoga for some years, both on and off the mat. So like practicing with the mind also. And my friend said, "Oh, let's do this free diving course." I was like, "Oh yeah, sure. I'm afraid of water. I was near drowning. I have to like win over this fear. So let's do the free diving, sure." And then there was some exercises to do on land before we went into the water. And one of those were just lay down on your back, totally relaxed, and just holding your breath. So, and also holding your breath while moving. So, there was this, I was a quite small girl at the time. I didn't have so much physical body mass. And there was this really big, well-trained guys, long, lots of muscles. You can see they've been training freediving for some time. And I was first time there with my friend. And so we just tested how long could we hold our breath. So we lay there, and I was doing my yogic stuff to really relax the body and not engaging my mind, just observing and not going into thinking mode. And you know what? I was one of the last few people still laying there holding my breath due to yoga, because what is actually using the energy in the body, most of it is the mind. And I got this great example of this, a proof of that is true, because I did not use my mind. It was lying there relaxing. So I was really preserving my energy. And usually we spend like 90% of our energy on just random nonsense thinking. So it's not really good resource management when we don't observe our thoughts.
That's very true, and it's it's a very good point, because a lot of times you can just be stressed and you forget to breathe from the belly, and you just feel so much more tense and stressed all over, and you just go on that program, continuing with that, and you do that for a week or 2 or 3, and then you feel like, now I have back pain too. So this
Hmm.
is maybe where the mindfulness part come in, that you and also the body scan you can do, and basically once in a while check in on yourself and how do I really feel today. That's something you
Hmm.
would recommend people to do.
Definitely. And you know, a body scan or yoga nidra is, if you do that like 10, 15 minutes, it's the same as hours of sleep.
Oh, it is.
So it's, if you want to restore your body, because your mind uses energy. So when you're sleeping, you're actually many times in the dream state. So the dream state still takes energy from your system, because you're using your mind, which requires a lot of energy. But in yoga nidra or the body scan, you're laying there just inside of your body, from the toes, telling your body to relax all the way up to the head. You're not using as much energy as you would be using when sleeping. So that's why just 10 minutes is like 2 hours of sleep. Is more restorative than sleep. So definitely I recommend everyone doing the body scan, if not daily, but at least once a week.
Yeah, I think it really works. Just being more aware, why do I have this pain in my leg, for example, or in my hands, or yeah, it is. um how can we notice when our mind is controlling us instead of serving us?
So most people, as you say, are slaves under their mind. And you know, the mind is a really good thing. It's just that the roles have become opposite. So you should be the master of your mind, not the mind the master over you. And you're just running after, giving it dopamine kicks. Oh, here, have some social media, have some sugar, have some porn, have some shopping, have some,
Those
dopamine
yeah,
kick.
exactly, all those easy kicks where you can yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, so you're the slave under your mind. So you just like changed roles and forgot about it. Who should be the boss, or who is supposed to be the boss? Like the system is made so you should be the boss. And we just let the mind run crazy with us. So the first thing we have to do is start to just observe. Like if we don't know that there is a problem, we don't know that there is a problem. So the first step is always observation. Just take 10 minutes and observe every thought during those 10 minutes. And then you take an hour, and then you take a day, and then you start to really make a practice out of it to always observe your mind. Because your mind wants to be the boss, because you've let it be used to being the boss. So slowly and steady, you will have to take the reins on the horse. So a wild horse is gonna like do whatever it wants, jump and run, and then we humans, we're just like, okay, I'm gonna be the boss now. So we put the thing in the mouth, and we put the reins. So in the beginning, if we would just make the reins really short, the horse would go loco. It would just like, what? No, I'm just going to kick you off and run away. So we have to do it slowly. So we have to take the reins of the mind, the reins of the horse, slowly and steadily. So we have to be soft in the hands, because if you're going to be too harsh with your mind, it's going to think this is too much. This is too much. I give up. I get overwhelmed. It's just too much. So you have to be smart and not tricking, but teaching your mind that, okay, I'm in charge now, and I will delegate this thing for you to do now. So we take the reins of the horse, we take the reins of the mind just by starting to observe. And we start to observe, we will be aware of why the mind wants to do things. Okay, I had this harsh call with somebody that I work with, and now I feel to take this cookie. I observe that I have a sugar craving now, so I can choose if I want to act upon the sugar craving or not. Because when I observe it, I realize, I'm just emotionally upset because what that person said. Okay, take a few breaths, let that emotion go through you. It's not like I don't want to feel the emotion. Allow yourself to feel the emotion instead of going for the dopamine kick.
Yes, I mean.
So, and this is where the mantra comes in. So taking the reins of the mind, starting to observe. So if you're going to be the boss, what are you going to tell the mind to do? Because the mind always wants to do something. The nature of the mind is like a monkey. It wants to jump around, jump around, jump around. If it's not allowed to jump around, it's going to be a really sad monkey. So you're taking the reins of the horse of the mind. You need to delegate something to do for the mind. So it needs something to do. So what should the mind do? If you're not telling the mind what to do, the mind is going to tell you what to do. And that is not what we want. We want to be the master over the mind. So the mantra then, it's a sound frequency that is repetitive. So usually if you again have this, the activity in your mind, if you have this line of activity and time here, the thoughts will go around like the waves will not be the same. Some will be high, some will be low, and there will be like chaotic looking. There will not be this beautiful sinus wave, just like
The vibe, the good vibe.
surfing. No sinus waves here. So what the mantra does to the mind, it take this chaos and makes a predictable brain wave out of the energy instead. So you're kind of channeling the energy or the water into this predictable, beautiful little sinus wave instead. So the mind is not completely silent like the dead wave, where we talked about frequency before. So it's not the dead wave, which it's really ideal. We just want to be in the moment and not be in the mind at all. But it's not possible to go from this to this. So that's why we use a mantra to train the brain, to train the mind to become calm, so that there will be more space between thoughts and less unnecessary thoughts. Most thoughts, of the thousands of thoughts each day you have, is not your own. So observing them and instead putting your energy into the mantra. So a mantra, as we said in the beginning, could be Om, or it could be Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, or something completely different. So different traditions have different kinds of mantras, but it should be a uplifting sound that you use repetitively, like an affirmation. But languages like Sanskrit have a higher vibration, have a different impact on the brain than just an English or Swedish or Norwegian affirmation. But there are different holy or divine languages that has mantras. So you observe your mind, you observe totally boring thought that does not bring you anywhere where you want to be, you don't like this thought, or it's not useful thought for you. So you just observe the thought, and instead of going into the judgment of, oh, why do I think things like that? Am I a bad person? Yada, 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 yada. Instead of judging yourself for having that thought, you just instantly shift your awareness to the mantra. So you go Om Gam, Om Gam, Om Gam, Om Gam. And even more powerful, combine that with your breath. So a mantra that is sounding like your breath, like so hum, is really powerful. So you find yourself in a stressful or angry situation, or just observing a lot of nonsense in your mind. You just, okay, inhale with so, exhale with hum. So hum.
So hum.
So you synchronize your breath with the mantra, and now you're giving assignments. Now you're giving tasks to your mind and your body. And the more then assignments you give to your system, the more you can be in charge. Because otherwise the body will go into whatever posture and whatever breathing pattern based on the surroundings. But now, since you can decide to let the breathing be natural, or you can decide how you want to breathe, you would decide, okay, I want to breathe like this now. So hum, so hum. And now you have an extremely powerful tool that not only affects the mind directly, but also the body directly.
You breathe in with the nose and exhale on the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah? No?
No, I breathe in and out with the nose. But you can do this with the mouth also if you prefer, or if you have a blocked nose,
Okay.
you can do it with just breathe.
Yeah.
The most important thing is that you breathe, but the best way to do it is with the nose in and with the nose out.
Very interesting. Yoga, what does that mean again? It's union,
Union.
yes. And the Sanskrit is, at least, and this all these things we talk about now is around 5,000 years old, ancient, some kind of, you can say
Yeah, it's
medicine.
actually much older.
Much older.
Yeah. It's at least there's records of 8,000 years of like new history. It's
New
called
history.
new history.
Wow.
of 8,000 years. Yeah. And then you have old history that goes much beyond that, where Sanskrit is still like known.
Very interesting. So you talk about basically you have been talking about mantras to raise the vibration, and that's also like you said, you open up chakras and you can get your voice more out. You can basically heal yourself through vibrations, frequency, and sound.
Yeah.
And like you said, Sanskrit has
Definitely.
a very different tonality. That's how to understand it, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, and also they have done studies how it affects the brain. If we say love to the brain, or we say love in Sanskrit to the brain, and it lights up on the scans in a much more powerful way when we do it in Sanskrit. So if we say prem, you can actually feel with the body. Prem. Love, kärlek. Like you say it in different amor, you say it in different kinds of languages, it will have a different effect on the body. And during these studies, they found out, okay, Sanskrit has a much more powerful effect than any of the languages we usually speak.
Wow. So I'm amazed. I've learned so much. It's really cool. You say live from the heart.
Yeah.
You said that.
So usually we just, as we spoke about, we're slaves under the mind, and we analyze everything. So whether or not we should be living in a certain country or not, we analyze and overanalyze whether or not this is the perfect place to live. But when we start to tame this wild horse, we start to master the mind more and more, we experience more calm, more happiness, and less excessive negative thoughts. Because most of your thoughts are also negative. And then we can tap into the intuition more. So when we feel something coming from the intuition, it's instant. There's no time for analyzing. It just comes directly as a message, as a feeling. And most of the time we don't listen, we don't act upon that. That was interesting. And then we go into analyzation mode, and it's like, okay, so if I do this, that will happen. And when that happens, maybe I will do this or that, and then this will happen. So it's probably not a good idea to do that. So when I had given birth to my first child in Oslo, Norway, I wanted to move to the sun. I definitely wanted my kid to grow up in a place where it's warm and not you have to put down all these clothes in the winter and stuff. So I just used a certain mantra, and I used this mantra together with clear visualization of how I wanted to live, including the sensations of the body and the feelings, but just repeating this mantra. So I totally detached and surrender. How is this going to happen? Like, how is the logical, the frontal lobe?
Yes, it is.
Right? So I let go of that part. Okay, I don't know, and I'm okay with not knowing how this will happen. But by the end of September, I will be living in Spain. So I just kept on chanting the mantra, feeling the sand under my feet and the sun on my skin. And the 15th of September, we had moved already to Spain. So before the end of the month, and I had no logical idea how this would happen, but I was just chanting the mantra, tuning into that frequency, and a person called up Adam, my husband, and said, "Oh, I know for some years ago you gave me this healing session and you talked about Spain. And actually now my tenants have moved out from my apartment in Spain, so it's available. I just thought of you randomly." So,
That's really cool.
you know, it can come in so many ways when tuning in with mantras and your soul's desire, and not listening to all the mental objections of, no, it's not a good idea because da 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 da
It happens a lot.
da. So living from the heart then is, okay, I feel like moving to Spain, and I would not listen to the friends or the family, or especially not even my own thoughts, objections to my desire of moving there. So living from the heart for me and Adam has looked like, okay, we lived in Costa del Sol, España, spent a half year in Bali.
Wow.
And so just experiencing a lot more than from living from the mind. So I'm not saying it's always easy and you always do it perfectly, because the mind's quality is to judge, is to question everything. Like, that's what the mind is good at. But remembering that you are the boss at the end of the day, and you decide who you want to listen to, the mind or the heart.
That's something I also will take up on as a teaching for myself. Did you like to live in Spain and Bali? Just was it nice?
Yeah.
Obviously, but it's different.
So I don't know if it's in my genes, because I don't have a lot of sweet. Like, on my mother's side, all the females in my lineage, all of them are from Sweden. But on the father's side, there's not so many genes from Sweden. So I don't know, it's because my African genetics that I'm drawn to more warmer climates, or it's just that it's for everyone that it's lack of sunshine. I don't
I
know.
think it could
But
be
when I came,
your African gene said, "I know the feeling. I need to be in a warm country.
yeah, it's like, and yeah, Indian, it's even
I need to be in a warm country."
so, yeah. So it's when I came to Asia for the first time, it was like I came home. Like my whole body just like
Felt calm.
just this happiness just spread all over my face. I looked at picture of myself from back home in Sweden when I thought I was happy, and I looked at picture like when I was just eating or walking or whatever in Asia for the first time. It was just my smile just changed. It was just so natural. I just felt so home. Like yeah, I can't express the feeling, but it's yeah, this home feeling. So when I came to Bali, I had that feeling time extend, and then it's like experiencing the energy or the atmosphere in different countries. So Spain has one, or Costa del Sol, I will speak of the south, has one, and Sweden. If I describe Sweden, it's very crisp, it's very fresh, it's very black and white. You have emptiness and you have fullness and kind of those. So the ground, I feel the ground very, very 3D. I feel the ground very, very physical, and the air very, very empty, like nothing is there. And when I come to Bali, it's everything feels kind of like blurred. So it's like a little bit like you're on a psychedelic trip. So there's like, you know, all these small rainbows that come around trees. So if you have eaten mushrooms or something, like Bali is like that for me, in a clean, no effective external substances kind of way. So the ground for me in Bali feels fluffy. It feels like my feet will go through it kind of, and the air feels full. The air feels like there's this dust, little glittering particles everywhere. So everything feels sacred, everything feels magical in Bali for me, and for many people it feels like magical. But it's a very, very different vibe, very, very different atmosphere, um
Yeah, I've heard the energy
energetically
is differently.
speaking. And yeah, and then you have all the fruits and
Yeah,
everything.
always warm and always nice, cheap too. That's good.
Yeah. So and Spain is a little bit in between.
Yes, in
It's
between.
it still has that physical, but it's and of course people are more
Oh
relaxed.
yes.
It's more mañana mañana. It's both in the good and the bad. Like I get more done in Sweden when the vibration in town is like, okay, you work 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 work, and in Spain it's like siesta siesta siesta. Okay, maybe we open up in two
It
hours,
will happen, but we don't know
and
when.
it yeah, when
Yeah.
when the siesta finish, we will open our shop, and it's yeah, you know, it's good for relaxing, but getting things done, it's easier in the vibration of,
Oh yes.
of Sweden.
It's it's like when you are standing in the line here in the grocery store. They have these family reunions there. The people who work there and people are standing in this long queue line. People like me, we almost explode because I'm not a very patient person.
Yeah, you need to spend more time in India.
Yeah, actually, I think
You're gonna become very
I think I
patient.
need to actually because yeah, I need to. I'm a little bit stressed. In India as well, things will happen, but we really don't know when. It's totally different there.
No, anytime, anytime.
Exactly.
So so like actually the first time when I came to India, I was on the way to Tamil Nadu to go to Madurai for the. I don't remember exactly from where the train was going, but I was going on a train, and yeah, I didn't understand the language, and I hadn't done enough research to like know which train ticket to buy. So I just went to to the, like, it was a small hole in the one, and I said Madurai. And then they just showed me like how many rupees, and I got the tickets, and I was like, okay, nice, that was easy.
Very easy, huh?
Very easy, until I went on the train then, and I was like trying to figure out, okay, is there a seat number on this thing, or like where should I be, like in the front of the train or back on the
Or
train,
roof.
or where? So I went
Could be.
sorry, yeah. And then after some time of like wandering around, I tried to like see if somebody would want to help, and this huge businessman came up, and he looked really like that he was sorry for me. And I was like, I'm very very sorry, but you have bought a third class ticket. I was like, oh, okay, so where's the third class then? He was like, I'm very sorry, but you have to go to the back of the train. So, and then I was like met of a mass of people. Like there was no room to like go into that train wagon because there was people, and on every little. Somehow I managed to just like squeeze through, and I had my big backpack, and so it ended up okay. There was this bathroom kind of situation here, and I was standing here, and the places were here. So people were like trying to pause to go to the bathroom, and there was so much people, so I could just stand there and relax. Because if I lean to the front, I lean to the back, I lean to the side, it was
Yeah,
people.
you will never.
So
You cannot get loose
there
there.
was nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
That sounds like India. Yes, it does. People
And
everywhere.
so after a few hours of standing there, I don't know how or when or why, but hours of standing there, suddenly there's this man pulling my arm, and it's like, come, 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 come. And he didn't say come, but he was like, I understood I should follow, try to go with him. And so he just drags me like kind of through all the people somehow. And then this woman goes up, and he points to the seats I should sit there. And the other person, they were lying on the shelves you put the suitcases on. They were lying there. So, and then suddenly, okay, I have a seat. I'm sitting there, and then there's this big fabric with a baby inside of it, who is rocking back and forth between the people sitting. So each time it would come on my part, it will knock into my knee. Dunk, 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 dunk. And the baby didn't notice. The parents didn't notice. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit there. Dunk, dunk.
It's actually so different over there. But you did travel alone.
No, I was traveling with my ex
All right.
fiance at the time. He didn't get a seat though.
No, probably not.
After some time, he also got to see. But yeah, it was
It's people everywhere.
a lone experience.
It's people everywhere there. Unbelievable. So many people in India.
Yeah, but what it taught me was like this of standing there for hours. Like there was nothing I could do. I could just accept being there. Somehow, sometime I would end up in Madurai, hopefully. But I could not do anything there to get out of the situation. I could run. I could not escape. I could just stand there and observe. And something then and there shifted within me, which brought me into this blissful state that, like, all these outer circumstances it didn't matter. I was just so happy to be.
Awesome. Yeah, you had to be.
So it's like either you get an information overload, or you kind of poof beyond that, I guess.
Yeah, please go beyond that, because if not, you can, like you said, how long was the trip?
It was many hours. It was like 6, 7, maybe. I don't know.
Unbelievable. Oh.
So that was kind of like, okay, you want to learn universe, like, oh, you want to learn yoga? Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what yoga.
That's how it really is.
Start practice here
already.
Start practice. Yeah.
Yeah, was one question I want to ask you. What daily rituals help you to stay connected to your heart? What do you do? Or your being? Yeah,
Meditation and mantra. So this doesn't matter if I have 2 hours in the morning or if I have 2 minutes. Those minutes or hours are for meditation.
yeah, okay, yeah,
So I do observe my mind, repeat a mantra internally. Whenever the mind wanders, you draw it back. You have a focal point, heart or third eye, and you repeat a mantra. And the good thing is that you can do this also walking, standing. So I wouldn't call it meditation if you like do other things, but you can apply the same technique of calming the mind. So meditation is not something that we do. Meditation is a state of being. It's a
it's a
state.
state.
Just like waking, dreaming, sleep. So you cannot force yourself to fall asleep. You end up in the state of sleeping. And it's the same with meditation. You can create the right circumstances around you so you end up in that state, but you cannot do meditation. You cannot force it. And to create the right circumstances, you can use the breath, you can use a mantra, you can use the same space and the same time to make it easier for the mind. Oh, okay, I should go into meditation now. Check out.
Yeah.
Right? So you create the right circumstances to fall or to rise, maybe it's a better word, into that state of awareness. So I would say meditation is the most important tool, and mantra. So if it's impossible for you to sit down in meditation because your mind is just running wild and you feel like you would just want to run away from yourself if you try to be still for more than a minute, okay, start just with repeating a mantra and allow your body to move. As I said in the beginning, the reins of the rider, if you pull them too short in the beginning, the horse will go loco. But if you slowly become friends with it and show who's the boss, it will do what you want it to do. So start repeating a mantra and allow your body to move. And when the mind has calmed down so much so that you are able to sit completely still, then you are ready to start practice going inwards. So meditation starts with focus. Without the ability to focus, you will not end up in the state of meditation. So you have to, if you don't have the ability to focus outwardly yet, focus on a flame. Like light a candle, put it at eye level, and then just focus on that candle or the fire. So when you have established the ability to focus outward, it will be easier to do it inward, because it's much harder to focus on something on the inside because it's much more subtle, less physical. And the more physical, it's easier to concentrate. So you have to bring that same concentration as you play golf when you're going to hit the ball in that small little hole far away. That concentration you have to bring into your meditation practice. So you have to fully concentrate on a focal point inside of the body. And then you may end up in that state, especially if you synchronize then the breath and the mantra, so that you give your mind assignments, tools, so it doesn't do other stuff like daydreaming about Bali or
It's easy to do that. So is that what you meant then when you can you talk a little bit about the chakras as well?
mm-hmm. So you don't focus on the lower chakras in meditation practice because you want to lift the awareness beyond the physical. So the lower down you get, the more physical the reality get.
Chakras, what is
So
that for people who don't know?
Oh, the chakras, what they are. Okay, so inside of the spine, you have meeting points of energy channels. And where those energy channels meet, it creates a wheel of spinning energy, or like a cloud, like electrons going around the protons. Inside of the spine, going out towards the body. So you can see like a little cloud here, a little cloud here, little cloud here, and going down, clouds. So you have 6 of them inside the body, and the 7th is just like where you would have a crown. So the 7th chakra or energy point is then non-physical, completely non-physical. There's nothing you can do to control that or change that or anything. That chakra is like the gloria of Jesus. It's nothing you can change with the physical. But at the base of your spine, the root chakra, the Muladhara chakra, is the most physical energy point you have, the most physical energy center or chakra. And then it has the mantra Lam, Lam.
Lam.
So you can connect with that chakra through certain asanas, yoga postures, or the mantra Lam. And that chakra then is for stability, for the physical, for your survival, having your fundamental needs met. That is the first chakra. And then you move on, and there you have the earth element. Second one, you have the water element. Third one, you have the fire. Then the heart, you have the air. As you see, these elements become less and less physical. So when you come up to ether, and then here is totally beyond any element. So there's no element left, meaning there's no physical left. So the way to then balance this chakra is to balance the chakras below, which you can do then with sound, mantras, and yoga postures. And also with the way that you think and live. So if you always move around a lot, you're not creating stability for yourself. If you're very flexible in your schedule, you're not creating stability for yourself. So with your external actions, you can also help, okay, I'm grounding now into my root chakra by creating a routine for myself. Okay, at this time of day, I will go lift some weight. At that time, I will eat, and so on. So the chakras each have their responsibility inside of the body, physically and emotionally, and in the mind. And if we go to the most exciting chakra, I think the throat, the Vishuddha chakra, this chakra will affect both up and down. So when you open up or balance the throat chakra, you will open up your voice so that when other people listen to you, they will actually be eager to hear what you say. They will really listen and see you, and you will be able to take up that space. So it will then affect your solar plexus chakra, because this is your powerhouse. The solar plexus chakra, the fire, is your confidence, your empowerment. So by working on your throat chakra, it will then balance and help you build stronger solar plexus power chakra. So when in meditation, why I say you should have one of the higher chakras is because you want to go beyond the physical. So you choose the third eye, which is, it still has a little bit of physical, just between your eyebrows, yes. It still has a little bit of physical, so you can connect with it. As a human, for us to connect with something that is non-physical, it is very hard. We often get very ungrounded if we try to connect with something that is not physical. We just fly away and build our castles in the sky, imaginary castles. So the third eye, or the heart, because basically what we want to do with the yoga practice is we want to go from the mind to the heart. So if we focus on the heart, we're kind of there where we want to be physically and emotionally. So you focus on the third eye or the heart, and you keep the focus there. while you sit for your meditation practice, you don't move. You don't move the body and you don't move your focal points. So it's like, oh, I'm going to be a little bit here now, and the third eye, I'm going to go down a little bit here. No, just there, observing, breathing.
Very interesting with the chakras. It really is. I've read a lot about it before, and it can be blockages there as well. I've read. You need to open up so you can have energy passing through more. Isn't that correct?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have a blockage in your throat chakra, for example, you are shy to speak. And when you try to speak, the words don't come out as you want them to come out. They're just like, that was not really what I meant, but it, So when you start to open up and cultivate and spend some time in the throat area, you will start to get confidence when speaking. That is kind of the effect of the blockage being removed. And you don't see it like a negative energy being removed. It's not something bad we take away. No, energy is neutral. What becomes bad is when energy becomes stagnant.
Yes.
So you're not removing anything from your personality. You're not removing anything from yourself. You're just allowing the energy to flow by spending some time and focus and attention to that area.
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting. It really is. Yeah, I was thinking, what is your dream in life now?
So there's dreams on different levels. If we go to the physical first, so when we moved to Spain, we opened up a healing center, which was fully booked directly. It was very successful, but it was very short. So the owner of the property changed her mind and wanted to do something else instead of us running a healing center there. So the earthly goal is to create a center where ecology and spirituality can meet.
Very nice.
So many times I see, like in ecology circles, there's not so much awareness of what goes beyond the physical. And when I was at the ashram in Shivananda ashram in India, there was not so much awareness on the outside. So an example is like they put out notes, please don't use so much water in case it goes out because it's summer and, water can end. And at the same time, they had a timer on their sprinkles for the garden that went off in the middle of the day. So if you calculate how much water that will evaporate and just disappeared up in the clouds compared to how much will stay, you want the ground to be cool. So you want to do it when the sun is not as strong. So you want to do it in the evening or in the morning.
Yeah, it makes sense.
To get the water down to the plants, right? So this is awareness on the outside, like awareness of outside, which they didn't have so much of there. But if you go to like ecology places, it's many times lacking the understanding that the physical comes from the non-physical. If there will be no non-physical who would spread that vibration, that energy, there will be no physical at all. So if we're not aware of the connection between the internal and the external, we don't have the full view, right? So if you zoom in on any material, like take this cup, I perceive this cup to be physical, to be hard. But when I zoom in between the molecules, there's like 90% empty space between molecules. And I go into the molecule, and there's 90% space between electrons and protons.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So I zoom in, and all I can see is empty space. So it's just vibration holding this cup up, so I can perceive it as hard. If I didn't have the idea of 3D as I have, I could just move my hand through it. But since my mind is locked into 3D, I cannot move my finger through it because I believe it to be hard. But it's just empty space, vibrating, floating around in space. So having the awareness of both the inside and the outside, like a center where ecology, caring for Mother Nature, and spirituality meets. So I will be teaching yoga and sound healing there, and then there will come other teachers that are experts in their fields and create this space of learning and growing and living in harmony with Mother Earth. So humans are not made to live in square boxes. It's not where the human body thrives. The human body don't thrive with these external lights, right? We thrive of the electromagnetic field just from the sun.
Yes.
So when we design our houses, we should design them to mimic the shapes of our energetic field, which is not squared, it's round.
Nature is round.
Right?
Stones are round
Exactly.
a lot of times.
Yeah, and all the shapes in nature, they're flowing, they're roundish at least. So having teachers teach how to build round mud houses, having another teacher coming in teaching a certain art form and making the best foods, so a place where all these different fields to live in harmony with earth and the heart comes together to create that space. We started in Spain, and let's see now if we will create it in Sweden or another place in the world.
It's going to be very awesome to see.
So
I really hope you do it.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
But it seems to me that you have a lot of courses or events in Sweden right now. What's going on there? What's the next thing?
So since we live in Sweden, we try to pour into the local community. So every Thursday we have Om Shanti in Uddevalla, Sweden. But then since Uddevalla is kind of like a small place, we have also kept our online offerings. So we have a healing education that you can take it in between 3 months to up to a year. Like it's recommended to do it in 6 months. So you do it online with us. So all the material is pre-recorded, and then you can meet us over Zoom or any other way where we have video. And for those that are in Uddevalla then, or want to come to Uddevalla, they can have their sessions with us in person. So Adam, my husband, he will teach, he will make like the healing initiation. And then I will teach more about the mind and the voice and how to use the mind and the voice in healing, not only yourself, but healing for your clients, for other people. So that's kind of like an offering that is both local and global, since you can choose how you want to do it. And this Saturday, for example, we have a local offering called Andlig transformation, so spiritual transformation, where I will bring the magical instrument, the Rav drum. We will do some guided healing meditation journeys. And most of all, the people that come, they get to set the tone for what comes through during that Sunday. So they can be open to share vulnerably with us and the rest of the group where they are in the life, what kind of obstacles and what challenges they are going through. And we will be like a supportive community, and then we will help them to see from the outside what they cannot see, like kind of pushing them to see what needs to be seen to move forward. And then we always release more music. And the cool thing about music is you just have to listen to it. It's free, and it's available. This healing is available at all times. You go to Spotify or any place you listen to music and search for Sacred Healing Music. Sacred Healing Music. So it's just what it is. That's the artist name, and it is also what it is. It's sacred, it's healing, and it's music.
Those links will be in the show notes.
Yeah.
And also, I will put them there. They have, you and Adam have created very beautiful music. And
thank you.
Also, but if people want to contact you, do you have a website or something?
Yes, so it's sacredhealingshop.com.
All right.
And there on Sacred Healing, www.sacredhealingshop, you can order pre-recorded guided meditations. You can take whole courses like the healing course, or you can take a meditation course, or you can book a private session. Like I just want to speak with you, Laila, one-on-one, like where I'm at in my pregnancy, or where I'm at in my work, or whatever. We can have a one-on-one session over Zoom or Messenger or whatever you prefer also.
Very nice. Yes. Fortitude means strength. What kind of technique, methods have you used in life against adversity?
So we're
I can repeat it. Fortitude means strength is the name of the podcast. What kind of technique, methods have you used in life against adversity or hard times?
okay, yeah. So the most important tool is the breath, because it can change our mood instantly. Whatever happened, it may feel like a smash in the face first, like, why am I being punished? Like, I'm doing so much good, why am I being punished? Why did you give me this bitch slap, God? Why, God?
Yeah, why?
that's many times our first thoughts, like very negative and like judging and blaming, like it's something bad is happening to me, why? But if we just take a deep breath, or maybe 3 more deep breaths, and then 2 more deep breaths, however long it will take to end up in the moment, okay, how can I turn this around to see this? Okay, how can I receive this gift of this surrounding doing, not instead of this is happening to me or been done to punish me, okay, how do I receive this gift to make the most out of it? So if we say that to a friend or to ourselves when we're in affect and we're kind of angry to the situations, we're gonna shut the done for me. What are you saying, done for me? You're just gonna get angry. So that's why you use the breath first to calm down, and then you switch it around. And okay, how is this gift serving me? Like, how can I receive this gift? How is this serving me? And then to raise your vibration, so you take a breath and then you apply the mantra to raise your vibration, because when we have a low vibration, we're just going to negativity.
True.
So what I do personally is I take a breath, I repeat the mantra, and then I observe my thoughts, which ones I don't want to think. The fluffy cloud goes away, right? And then you enhance that with the mantra. So when you don't listen to your thoughts, you allow for intuitive messages to come through. And your intuition will tell you what to do. So the mind will think of it, okay, there's a problem, how do I solve it? While it could be like you're being delivered opportunities, if you just listen to the intuition, opportunities that you can tap into. We don't know because we listen to the mind and judge.
True.
So the tool, number 1, breath. 2, mantra. Switch around. How can this be a gift that serves me? And how then can I serve the world? So if one person or more will benefit positively from something that you do, the world will want to help you to create the right circumstances for you to do that.
It's a very good way of seeing things and good methods. Very good. Positivity.
Another way is also what you wear. Like a thing you notice from moving from Spain. We lived in Sweden now for almost 2 years. In January, like in February, we will have lived in Sweden for 2 years. So 1.5 now. And one thing that is very noticeable. Okay, how many people are smiling? Is not so many compared to Spain.
No, we smile a lot in the sun.
But also, yeah, and also like the colors of the clothing. In Sweden, everyone is wearing black and gray. Black, gray, black, gray. And in Spain, you will see all this, like this red dresses, like flowing in the wind, the yellow and red, and like this pink and the colors. Like even the men have colorful shirts,
Oh yes.
but here is black, maybe white, gray. So another thing that I do is I create art on shirts.
Very nice.
So I create them with uplifting symbols like the Sri Yantra. This is sacred geometry that spreads healing around in the space, and I choose the colors wisely. So white is a very purifying color, and anytime where I feel sluggish, I feel tamasic, like the low vibing energy, I feel dull, I put out something yellow. So in my collection with sacred healing art on shirts, I use a lot of yellow because yellow is a very uplifting color. So the color therapy will affect your mood also. Not only what you think, but what you wear and what kind of room you spend time in. So that's another tool I have. I put on something uplifting
You are in a very
to
nice
wear.
room now.
Yeah. Yeah,
You are.
people come here to buy a shirt from me and they're like, whoa, that's the statement.
I'd
this
say.
room feels this room feels so peaceful.
It really
Yeah.
is a cool room. Nice pictures.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so this these two is art that I made. It's Narasimha, the protector, and then you have the eternal love relationship of Radha Krishna. So it symbolizes love and protection.
Beautiful. Very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, yes, I think it's been a very good session, very good podcast, and I've learned a lot. So thank you very much for being here.
And thank you for inviting me. It was a pleasure and it was fun to speak with you.
Likewise. Namaste.
Thank. Namaste.
If you liked this episode, it would mean a lot if you liked, shared, and subscribed, and left a comment with any ideas how to improve the podcast. All of this would really help the podcast grow. Thank you for your support.